Hello, guys. This is Shay. I'm a psychic medium, I'm a seer, and I do upload YouTube videos once in a while and do a reading using my tools. And I hope that you guys enjoy it. As the past few times, I have chosen to combine a couple of tarot cards with a random poem that I have randomly picked from an app I have downloaded. So this poem is called Mud Soup, written by Carolyn Kaiser. I'm sorry if I don't pronounce it right. Let's read it. Had the ham bone, had the lentils, got to meat store for the salt pork, got to grocery for the celery, had the onions, had the garlic, borrowed carrots from the neighbor, had the spices, had the parsley. One big kettle I hadn't got. Borrowed pot and lid from landlord. Dice the pork and chop the celery. Chop the onions, chop the carrots. Chop the tender index finger. Put the kettle on the burner. Drop the lentils into kettle. 2 quarts water, 2 cups lentils. Afternoon is wearing on. Saute pork and add the veggies. Add the garlic, cook 10 minutes. Add the lentils. Add to ham bone. Add the bay leaf, close in cheesecloth. Add the cayenne. Got no cayenne. Got paprika, salt and pepper. Bring to boil. Reduce heat, simmer. Did I say that this is summer? Simmer, summer, summer, simmer. Mop the floor and suck the finger. Mop the brow with old pot holder. Time is up. Discard the cheesecloth. Force the mixtures through the foot mill. Having first discarded ham bone, add the lean meat from the ham bone. Reheat soup and chop the parsley. Now that sweating night has fallen, try at last the finished product. Tastes like mud. The finished product. Looks like mud. The finished product. consistency of mud, the dinner. Was it lentils? Claiborne. Me. Flush the dinner down disposal. Say the hell with hambone lentils. New York Times recipe. Purchase Campbell's. Just add water. Concentrate on poetry. By the shores of Gichigami, you can bet the banks were muddy. Not like Isle of Innisfree. Well, this mostly looked like a food recipe, but a great poem. I do like her. Yeah, pretty creative. What I get from this poem is someone doing something very hasty, using a recipe from someone else, or just mimicking someone or something else without being an expert at it. It doesn't have to be food, guys. It doesn't have to be something you eat or something you try to prepare for a summer. Could it be dress, clothing, or copying a project, trying to do it like somebody but not being able to, and in the end getting rid of the whole idea. That's what I get. But the cards that I have pulled, the Empress, the Ten of Wands, and the Nine of Cups, could very well mean something else. Could show a hardworking lady that can enjoy life and try new stuff. It's of course difficult, but it's not possible. So if you have tried to make a soup and you are not expert at making this kind of soup, this soup, guys, is a metaphor. You can try again. First time you fail, try to do it your way. You will make it somehow, someday, if you put your heart and soul in it. In the end of this poem, she writes, purchase Campbell's, just add water, concentrate on poetry. So if you are not made for making soups, if you are a poet, you better do your poet things instead of making a soup. You can try it out, but if you are not passionate about what you're doing, it ends up like mud soup, whatever it is. If you're not interested in being a tarot reader, you go out and tell everybody that you can divine, for example, just a little example. You can lay the cards, you can say whatever, but if you're not doing it with burning desire, with passion, it ends up like a mud soup. On the other side, this poem has so many elements in it that show me hoodoo. You guys, you know already that I do like looking at the every detail of the poems or the verses that I read. We have lentils. I do not remember the exact occult property of lentils, but beans were used to remove negativity, negative energy. You pray over a few beans and get rid of those beans somewhere just to get rid of negative energy. For example, we have celery, we have garlic. Garlic is for protection. We have parsley. Parsley is good for love spells. As far as I can remember, I do not have my notes here. If you like to look up the elements meanings, you can do that. So I do not want to do that here because I do not want this reading to be too long. But if this reading resonates with you, I suggest you to look up the occult properties or correspondences of these herbs and beans and meat that has been written here in this poem, Mud Soup, written by the lady that I mentioned. All right, Carolyn Kaiser or Kaiser. I'm not sure. Sorry if I pronounce it wrong. So another advice from this poem is that when you are new at something, try to not cut your fingers or cut your heart, cut your soul, cut your whatever. Okay? Because she writes, yeah, dice the pork and chop the celery. Chop the onions, chop the carrots, chop the tender index finger. When you point at somebody, you use your index finger, isn't that right? That comes to my mind. Put the kettle on the burner, drop the lentils into kettle. 2 quarts water, 2 cups lentils. Afternoon is wearing on. It could also mean that somebody has said some stuff about something or someone or project or whatever without having enough data about this person or this thing, and just pointing an index finger, what happens? This index finger will be cut off. Oh, summer is mentioned here. What comes to your mind when I say summer? Summer heat, summer fun, sunshine, vitamin D, summer solstice. Time's up, she writes. Time's up. Discard the cheesecloth. Force the mixture through the food mill. Having first discarded ham bone, add the lean meat from the ham bone. Reheat soup and chop the parsley. Now that sweating night has fallen, try at last the finished product. Yeah, if you have done something that you try to make it right, or said something that you want to make it right, don't try to force anything and turn everything 180 degrees and say something or do something that makes things worse than what it is. If you do not want to waste your energy or waste your ham bone or lean meat, if you try to reheat soup, to reheat soup, it means that the soup was made and you try to reheat it. Old soup being reheated, going back to past deeds, past issues, visiting the past, trying to fix past mistakes. Whatever you do, it's your choice. Just try to do it with enough data without pointing your index finger on anyone or anything if you do not want to cut this finger off. Because the soup that you make, the things that you say, in the end, if you do not have enough data, or the project that you work on, if you do not have enough expertise or data, made end up tasting like mud. Mud is never good. It will look like mud. It may have the consistency of mud. Then you have to swallow the whole mud soup, willingly or unwillingly. So somebody has borrowed a big pot and lid from a landlord. If you don't have a pot yourself, why would you prepare so much? Prepare so much of something that you have that's about no expertise in, no clue about what it is, how it is. The onions were there, the garlic was there. You might have had protection from somewhere, from a landlord. The landlord gave you the pots and the lid to cover the mud soup. What if the landlord finds out what this pot contains and complains about it? It's his pot. Whatever I say now is metaphoric, guys. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't borrow a pot to make food for yourself. Of course you should. I borrow my pots from my sisters once in a while. So that's no problem there. It's just metaphoric. If you imagine this pot is a gathering of some powerful friends, and the soup is lies, manipulations, and all these pointing fingers stuff. And the garlic is protection. Some backup friends who back up the lies. Lies over lies. Some come with onion. Onion is protection. The garlic is mostly used to hide the magic that you're doing. For example, when I do hoodoo, if I don't want any other practitioner find out about what I'm doing, I use garlic around the plate that I am working on. Anyways, you do not have to have any information about hoodoo. I'm just explaining. Okay, so the protection was there. And the cover-up was there. The lentils were added. The bone is very powerful. But in the end, with all that spice and parsley is used to seduce, is used for my gosh, my throat chakra is blocked again. So all the spice and all that charm, all that parsley and all that seduction, and this big kettle that somebody had still ended up in chop of the tender index finger. How come? Why is that? Afternoon is wearing on. It's made an afternoon. That's when the dark falls. That's when the moon appears. Nothing is seen clearly when it's night, but it's still summer. The summer heat, the fire is still there. Paprika is added, but there is no cayenne. Cayenne is fire. Cayenne is used for heating up something to make someone burn. But there is paprika, colorful paprika, salt and pepper. Pepper is almost like cayenne. Cayenne is red. Pepper is in different colors. What I see is black. Bring to boil, reduce heat, simmer. And somebody has been letting this soup simmer for a while, I believe, until the whole soup ends up turning to mud. If you want something done, if it's a lentil soup or a project or something, do it fast. Don't let it simmer until it ends up like mud. If you have an issue, try to solve it instead of thinking about it, instead of just strategizing and making the issue bigger. Just make the soup, let it boil once and enjoy it. Don't let it turn into the mud that you have to swallow with a chopped index finger in the end. Simmer, summer, simmer. Mop the floor and suck the finger. Mop the brow with old pot holder. Yeah. Mop the floor. Why would the floor be mopped? Could it be blood on the floor? I don't know. Michael Jackson's Blood on the Dance Floor. Is it Michael Jackson's? This comes to my mind. It could signify something to you. Time is up. Discard the cheesecloth. Chop the parsley in the end. The sweating night has fallen. Try at last the finished product. Somebody prepares, this is what I believe. Somebody prepares this soup with all those protection and backups and parsley, a seduction, charm, to use it in a summer. Now that sweating night has fallen, try at last the finished product. So the product is made. The magic has done. The magic was done. I'm sorry. The magic was done. Pepper, paprika, garlic, lentils, cloves. Cloves bring luck, and with clove you can control. Bay leaf, you write your wishes on a bay leaf and you burn it. This is a type of magic. That's what some people do in hoodoo as well. So the wish was made. Backup was there. Cover-ups were there. Still, the index finger is cut off. And when the sweating night is fallen, the finished product is nothing but a mud soup. But somebody's happy in this situation. Who is this happy person? Somebody, it could be the landlord, darling. Because the cards that I have pulled are the Empress, the Nine of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. The one who has made this mud soup could be the Ten of Wands. Trying something new, doing something without knowing enough about it, still having a difficult time fulfilling the task. In the end, has to carry 10 wands with a cut index finger. Whose pot did you borrow? Does the pot belong to this Empress? Who is this Empress? Is it you? Is it your landlord? Who is this person smiling next to the Empress? Is it the landlord? Is it the one who chops the finger? The Nine of Cups has the element of water. Water signs are Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. But it doesn't have to be this zodiac sign. The Nine of Cups only means happiness, wish fulfillment, and just being fulfilled and happy. The cups, water, stands for emotion, has the element for emotion and intuition. The Empress has the zodiac sign of Libra and Taurus. But guys, these zodiac signs doesn't have to be those zodiac signs. All of us have different signs and different houses in astrology, just the energy. The Empress is a very creative lady. So this Empress could as well be our poet here, who doesn't want to waste time on making soups, just sits there and writes her poetry. And poem writing, poetry makes her happy. 9 of Cups. Making the soup was the 10 of Wands. Tells you drop the soup, drop the wands, go after what makes you happy. If this is you and you just get rid of something that you don't like, go after what your heart desires, be sure that you will be fulfilled in the end. Yes. Whoever, did I say that this Taurus was a Libra? Libra is a very, very fair sign. It also has the scales in Tarot, the other card that belongs to the zodiac sign of Libra. If you have been fair, if you haven't been pointing your index finger on someone else without knowing enough about them, without enough data, you're safe. If you have been honest, you'll be happy in the end. Or if you are the one who has been cutting the index finger with a chopped index finger and the muddy soup with lies and cover-ups and a big lid from the landlord. Close. Bring luck. You have been lucky for a while to make this soup simmer till the summer. What is going to happen this summer? It's almost gone. This summer is almost over. It's over. It can mean that it has happened or it's going to happen in next summer. Just got a message. I'm sorry, guys. Yes. Whoever has been truthful here, whoever has been done the work in a fair and honest manner, like the Empress, he or she is going to be happy and fulfilled. The other person with the chopped index finger is going to be carrying a lot of burdens. The 10 of Wands. This card has the element of fire. Fire signs are Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Alright? But again, you don't have to have these signs as a sun sign. It's just the energy of those. Okay? What else comes to my mind is possibly a pregnant lady uh, who has a difficult pregnancy, because this Empress many times in tarot means being pregnant, either with a project or with a baby. Next to this Ten of Wands, this pregnancy could be a little difficult, but in the end, everything is going to be alright, because we have the Nine of Cups. Happiness follows. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah. So if you want to start a project, say something about somebody or something, do not do that before you have enough data. Because in the end, you will have to get rid of whatever soup you have made, or swallow whatever word you have spit out, and purchase what Campbell says. Okay? This Campbell could be whoever, whatever. Do what you're good at. Do your own poetry. Do you like acting? Do you like writing? Do you like preparing food? I don't know. Do you like singing? Do you like reading? Do what your heart desires. But be aware that whatever you do or say has consequences. You might have strong fingers with backups and protection, but the knife of truth, the sword of Michael, is much stronger than your finger. It could be for you, this reading could be for someone around you. These readings are general, and I do not apologize for being honest, guys. I have to deliver the messages as I receive them, and sometimes when I do divination, I'm not even aware of what I say. And when I'm not grounded enough, I even mix languages together and just deliver some words to you and ask you to make sentences for yourself. Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah, that's what I got. Something else I got here. Index finger. I'm not a palm reader. Let's see what the index finger represents in palm reading. Just came to my mind, I have to add this too. I want to know which planet it belongs to. In palmistry, the index finger usually indicates a person's desire for domination, power, and enterprise. Aggressive and ambitious, and it's easier for them to be in authority. Okay, let's see what the planet it has. Or you can just look it up, guys. Yeah. Yeah, you can look it up. I'm searching online right now. Planet. Jupiter. Uh-huh. Belongs to Jupiter. Jupiter. This reading might resonate with myself, actually. Somebody has been trying to dominate me and my life for years now. Imagine. To not even dare to go out dating. Being hacked, gossiped about, lied about. Just because some skinwalker wants to dominate your whole life and steal your soul. And that's nasty. But I'm much more powerful than all this. Anyways, it belongs to Jupiter and it means domination and stuff like that. But this index finger is going to be cut off, possibly by the landlord, someday, somehow. This summer, something is going to simmer, but this, I hope not. Yeah, I'll leave it out. Anyways, I'm not here to talk about myself, alright? Just a little reading. If you are a pregnant lady, this Ten of Wands could represent fever as something with heat, fire, fever. So be careful, sweetie, whoever you are, and you have to have hope. Drink a lot of water and ground yourself. Okay? That's what I have for you guys. I send you many blessings, love and light, and have a wonderful time. Bye-bye.